Okay. Good morning, class. You are welcome to PLBC Virtually Simulation class. My name is Ali Garuba. You are a government teacher. Our today's topic is Nigerian federalism. Therefore, we should look at federalism as a concept itself. Then later on, we shall trace the origin of Nigerian federalism, since from Nigerian colonial days to present Nigeria. Okay, let us begin by defining what federalism means as a concept. When we talk about federalism, it implies a system of government whereby governmental powers are constitutionally shared or divided among the existing levels of government in a country. Such levels of government include central government, regional government, and local government. In the case of Nigeria, during colonial days, Nigeria had two levels of government, which were central government and regional government. After colonial days, during General Murtala Ramat Muhammad, Nigeria realized 3 tiers of government, or levels of government, which are federal government, state government, and local government. So federalism as a concept, if you are asked, what is federalism? You are going to say, federalism is an arrangement of a governance which allows for the constitutional division of governmental powers among the existing levels of government. Such levels of government include central government, regional government, state government, and local government. The system also allows each level of government to be independent on itself in some certain fields or in some certain issues. Going by this definition, the message here is that federalism is just about the division of powers and the functions of government among the existing levels of government in a country, no more, no less. The key point here is that whenever we talk about federalism, what will come to your mind is that it is an arrangement which allows for the constitutional division of governmental powers and functions among the existing levels of government. I am communicating, and also I hope the point is clear. So this is the simplest definition of federalism. In our topic of today is Nigerian federalism. So our focus should be based on Nigerian federalism. We will trace how Nigerian federalism originated, since from colonial days up to present Nigeria. Nigerian federalism was designed by Sir Bernard Badlion in the year 1939, and it was implemented under the Richards Constitution of 1946 with the division of country into 3 regions: Western region, Eastern region, and Northern region. Federal system of government gradually developed through constitutional development. After Richard's Constitution of 1946, when MacPherson's Constitution of 1951 came on board, it comes with an arrangement whereby Federal House of Assembly should have power to make laws for the federation, for the whole country, while regional governments should also have power to make laws for their respective regions. After that, Little Constitution of 1956 also came on board. It comes with an arrangement for clear structure and true federal system of government, whereby it categorizes the powers and the functions of the levels of government into 3 classes, which are exclusive list, concurrent list, and residual list. As I have said earlier on, during colonialism in Nigeria, we had how many levels of government? We had 2 levels of government, which were central government and regional government. So, under Littleton Constitution of 1956, powers were shared into 3 categories. The first category is exclusive list. These are powers that are reserved only for federal government to legislate. Only federal government has power to legislate on certain issues. Such issues include currency, finance, migration, aviation, and custom. Only federal government has power to make laws on these issues. For example, in Nigeria today, we have federal government. It has exclusive power to print currency. Based on this power reserved for federal government, Nigeria is a federal state. There is no any state in Nigeria has power to produce its own currency. Only federal government has such power to produce currency for Nigeria. I hope I am communicating. About the issue of defense, only federal government has power to take care about defense. Issue of army and police, all these are powers of federal government only. Then also, after exclusive list, which are items that only federal government has power to make laws on such issues, another category is concurrent list. concurrent list means all powers and functions are to be exercised by both federal and state government at the same time. In a case whereby there is disagreement between federal government and state government, so the decision of the federal government should prevail. For example, federal government has power to make laws on education. State government also has power to make laws on education. That is why you can have federal university in a state, and also you can have state university at the same time. You can also have federal medical center in the state, and also you can have state general hospital. All the issues concerning health, both federal and state government has power to make laws on such issues. This is concurrent list. Then also, the third category is residual list. Residual list means those items that are neither in exclusive or concurrent list, but only regional government during colonialism had power to legislate. A very good example is that issues of chieftaincy affairs. Only regional government had power to make laws on. For example, issue of appointment or disposition of emir is for regional government by that time, and for today's Nigeria is for state government to legislate. This is a power reserved for regional government only. That is why before Nigerians' independence, and even in our First Republic, in northern regions, the premier of northern region, late Sir Ahmad Bello, had the power to appoint some emirs and also to dispose some emirs. In the present Nigeria, just of recent, in Kano State, Emir Muhammad Sanusi II was disposed by state governor. He has a power also to appoint another emir, and he did so. Federal government has no power in such issue. So these are three categories of powers under federal system: exclusive list, concurrent list, and residual list. Okay, all in all, the present Nigerian federal system is an arrangement whereby governmental powers are shared among the three levels of government, which are federal government, state government, and local government. When we say levels of government, we mean tiers of government. I am communication. Okay. So Nigeria is a single state headed by president. We have 36 states of the federation headed by state executive governors, and we have 774 local government in Nigeria. This is the structure of Nigerian federalism of today. So, after this brief introduction, let us demonstrate on our board for a better understanding to my students. Let me go back to the definition of federalism as a concept. So, what is federalism? What is federalism? Response or answer. Federalism, let me write on board. Yanzu ina nake? Okay, in ci gaba daga nan? Okay. So now, let us demonstrate on board for your better understanding. Let us go back to the definition of federalism. So what is federalism? What is federalism? Your response is that federalism is an arrangement of governance which allows for the constitutional division of mental powers and functions among the existing levels of government. Full stop. Such levels of government include central, regions, states, and local governments. You can proceed by saying the system gives room for each level of government to be independent in some fields. Okay. This is our definition of federalism as a concept. Federalism is an arrangement of governance which allows for the constitutional division of governmental powers and functions among the existing levels of government. Such levels of government include central, region, states, and local government. The system also gives room for each level of government to be an independent in some fields. The message here is that federalism is just an arrangement of a governance. Is what? It's just an arrangement of a governance which allows for the constitutional division of governmental powers and functions among the existing levels of government. So this is federalism as a concept. But don't forget, our concern in this topic is Nigerian federalism. So we are going to trace the origin of Nigerian federalism, since from colonial days to present Nigeria. As I have said earlier on, federalism in Nigeria was gradually developed through constitutional development. But it was designed by Sir Bernard Badlyon in the year 1939. But let us go back or travel back to history, how Nigeria came into being. What is today known as Nigeria is a product of British colonial rule. Northern and southern protectorates were amalgamated by Lord Frederick Lugard in the year 1914 to form a single country called Nigeria. The British colonial government introduced centralized system of government to ease administrative activities for themselves. And there were so many factors which were responsible for adopting federal system of government by the colonial masters to Nigeria. Because the country was very vast by that time, and also it is vast even today. Then British colonial masters realized that the country was too vast. Therefore, let us introduce the system of indirect rule. People should be governed through traditional rulers with a centralized system of government. Therefore, as a result of this, they introduced principles of regionalism under Richard's Constitution of 1946 with the creation of 3 regions: Northern region, Western region, and Eastern region. Later on, MacPherson's Constitution came on board and provided that Federal House of Assembly should make laws for the whole country, and regional houses of assembly should also make laws for their respective regions. Little Constitution of 1956 come with a clear federal system of government, which categorizes the powers into 3 categories. Let me clean it. It's very important. Exclusive list, concurrent list, and residual list. The message here is that exclusive list, all powers are reserved for federal government only. Concurrent list, powers are equally shared, both federal and state government or regional government. And residual list are those items which are neither in exclusive nor on concurrent, whereby regional governments has power to legislate on certain issues, which I give an example for the chieftaincy appears, appointment or disposition of an emir. Finally, the present Nigerian federal system is a system whereby we operate presidential system of government with a president who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is both head of state and head of government, different from parliamentary system of government. We have 36 states of the federation, headed by state executive governors, and we have 774 local governments in Nigeria. This is Nigerian federalism in short. Thank you very much. My name is Aliyu Garba. God bless you all.